Hi guys, welcome back. This is Go Time with Showtime. This is your first time stopping by my channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber like always, guys, you know how we do. Today we're going to talk about a story out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And it is about 33-year-old Hannah Landon, who killed her stepdaughter, Bella Fentanyl. Now, it was said that she killed this 6-year-old child, stuffed her into a bucket, and then wheeled her 3 blocks on a wagon, stuffed in a bucket, to her mother's house. Now, before I get into this story, I want to roll the clip as always. And like always, we're going to come back and talk about it. I'll see you guys back here in a sec.
Camera video shows a parent's worst nightmare after a woman in Louisiana allegedly killed her boyfriend's 6-year-old daughter, put her body in a 10-gallon bucket, and left the little girl's body on her mother's front lawn.
The manner of death is homicide. She has multiple injuries, and I'm not going to get into details regarding the injuries because this is still a fluid investigation.
Officials in the New Orleans suburb of Harahan, Louisiana, call the incident a, quote, big shock to a small community. Wednesday morning, 6-year-old Bella Fontanel's father reported his daughter missing. Hours later, the kindergartner's body was discovered in a bucket on her mother's front lawn.
When they opened up that bucket, they found the 6-year-old deceased inside that bucket. Turned into a homicide investigation. Obviously, at that point, homicide detectives from Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office were called out to the scene.
Investigators say the woman responsible for Fontanel's death is her father's girlfriend, 43-year-old Hannah Landon, who also goes by the names Boonok Lim and Boonok Landon. Ring security video shows what appears to be the girlfriend transporting the 10-gallon bucket in a wagon.
We were able to find numerous video from different households in the neighboring area which showed her pulling a wagon down late last night with the bucket inside the back of that wagon.
Landon allegedly pulled the wagon down the street with no attempt to hide the dead child, even as a vehicle drives past her. Investigators believe Landon killed the little girl at her father's home and moved her body about 1 block away to her mother's house.
I mean, both him and the mother are certainly extremely upset, which you would imagine on any person that lost a 6-year-old.
Officials say they later found Landon at a local hospital, but did not explain why she was there. She was taken into custody and booked in the Jefferson Parish Jail. So far, investigators have not revealed a motive in this case, but believe that Fontanel's biological parents were not involved in her death.
We ended up doing extensive interviews with both the mother and the father. The biological mother and the father, we do not believe that they are involved in any foul play involved with the death of Miss Bella Fontanel, who is the 6-year-old that is deceased.
Landon is now charged with first-degree murder and obstruction of justice. Right now, she's being held without bond. Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Hi guys, you saw that video and it's very disturbing because a 6-year-old lost her life at the hands of her father's living girlfriend. Now, it is said that little Bella died from strangulation and blunt force trauma to her head. So she strangled this child and maybe hit her with something on her head, then placed her into a 10-gallon bucket that she then placed on top of a wagon and pulled this wagon with this bucket 2 to 3 blocks to Mrs. Jennifer Zeldin house, which is the child's mother, and placed it in her yard. That right there tells me that this was something personal between the mom and the girlfriend. Now, in an article I read, it said that March 17, 2021, that the 2 ladies had got into a physical altercation at the girls' swim meet, where the dad had to pull them apart. And then from then, there was a restraining order put in place. I'm not sure who got the restraining order, but I'm thinking it was the girls' mothers. Now, For her to do something like this tells me that she knew she couldn't touch her physically. So she was gonna make her pay mentally and emotionally. And what I mean about that is this lady lost her child. So the emotions are there. She's feeling sad. She's feeling destroyed. And mentally, I mean, she probably thinking about what her and the lady was beefing about or things like that led up to her daughter being deceased. This right here lets me know she wanted her to hurt, and she wanted her to feel pain, extreme pain, for her to do something so heinous and take this 6-year-old life whom been living in the household with her and her dad since 2021 or maybe longer. And you do this to this child. Why? All because of what you and this woman had going on, some type of beef. That right there says a lot. She was childish. He shouldn't have never been with her. Because for one, if these two people can't get along for the kids, one of them gotta go. The mom can't go because she's the mom. So that right there tells you the girlfriend needs to be up out of there, because obviously she is too childish to be an adult and deal with everybody. Because the kid's mom gonna be there, you're gonna be with him, you all are gonna see each other constantly containing to these kids. And if she couldn't take that, she could have moved on and left him alone. Or if he saw that she couldn't take this, he should have ended it and let her move on and find somebody that's more mature mentally than she was. The reason I say that is because I have kids. Their dad has girlfriends. My kids played football. All three of us used to be there. We went as far as when I came, they had tents, I had tents. It's hot as ass up in Houston. So we would pull our tents together and we all share one tent. That's what you call being an adult. I don't want this man, but we have kids together. We get along. When a person cannot get along with who you pick, and they can't get along with the mom. Now, if it's the mom causing drama for whatever reason she's causing drama for, then I don't know what to tell you. But if it's something containing to your girlfriend, this mom gonna be there forever. She needs to go. Now, mom needs to grow up if it's mom. Or dad needs to grow up if it's dad, because I'm not just gonna say women do this. Men petty just like that too. I've saw it firsthand when my kids were small. And I have a set of kids by one person and my last is by another. And we was at his friend's house, the last kids, in which he told his friends something. They asked where my kids was. And he was like, oh, they with their daddy. And the man was like, oh, you let him still come around? Let him still come around? What you mean? He was like, oh, her kid's daddy, I ran him away. She's a damn fool. Because for one, you's a boyfriend. You ain't even her husband. When he walk out that door, them kids' daddy still was going to be in the picture. This is things, people coming into relationships of people that have opposite kids than them. You have to deal with. If you can't deal with, hey, this woman has baby daddies that's in his kid's life. If you can't deal with that, move along. Women, if you can't deal with this man have kids with this woman, she gonna be there. You need to move on. Y'all do not need to coexist or date because it's too much kitty catty there that may lead up into something like this. Some senseless stuff. Or y'all fighting and somebody going to jail. Guys, leave a comment in my description box. Let me know how you all feel about this situation and what had happened. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all you guys back here in my next video.